All right, so we're all just going to stare at each other awkwardly. So, I see Star Wars shirt on your... Hey, how you doing, man? And see, we have stuff coming... What is that?
I'm a doll.
Oh, I like it. Okay. And so, we have inflatable flower, bride. Did you guys just get married?
I don't think that's legal.
7 years ago.
No, in San Francisco.
It's never too late to have a ceremony. I've been trying to tell that to my husband.
Yeah, I don't think you can legally marry holograms.
Archer.
You know what? Watch me. He'll be a bit glitchy at times, but you know what husband isn't.
I don't think I've ever heard of somebody having a husband that you can get rid of by pressing Alt Control.
I would love it. You're done. Next, upgrade.
We don't. Apologies, ladies, but you don't need that technology. You don't. In fact, let me try to get rid. I don't think I'll use the verbal technology for that. There you go. No more hologram husbands. You have to get flesh and blood.
There is a defect in my code. You can have a Zygon husband. You can have anybody you wanted. Can we not fantasize right now? This is we're trying to keep it real now. Can I
Too late.
draw a butler would be nice.
Too late.
If anybody plays World of Warcraft, you know, I can transmog him into a butler. Would be nice. All right.
Just make sure you're not doing the spell correctly, otherwise you get jumped.
Yeah, we're just gonna. We've got 10 more minutes. We're just gonna sit here. And
So who's is this anybody's first day at the con, or did you guys come yesterday?
First day.
Last night,
Yeah, we went there too. Did you like it?
it was cool, but that was like our first. We didn't go to right to
The main floor, yeah.
I got to meet Barry Bellis, like the nicest guy in the world. Unfortunately, he does not remember how to do the time warp.
It's just a step too
But
low.
he did remember his 80s speed movie Megaforce. It seems to remember it fondly. He likes talking about it.
it is rather pleasant to see just how humble and charismatic they can be. You know, because I tend to get a little bit starstruck, and you know, meeting them in person, and just talking with them is just another person. They're just very successful at what they do, and it's refreshing to see that. I've met my share that are just kind of like peasant, do not speak to you, and I'm like, okay, I wasn't going to talk to you either.
plebeian, how dare you approach?
Not buying any of your movies ever again. So.
I've heard stories of a celebrity that basically cheese their pants off.
Cheese?
Yeah.
Is it like shredded cheese or is it like sliced cheese?
Like I'm saying cheese because we have kids.
I know, I just said a cheesy joke right now.
That's no Gouda.
Oh, let the dad jokes begin.
You could do cheddar. Oh.
It's very cheddar. Joke was a little bit sharp.
You're a monster.
I know, now we're hungry.
Yeah, now we're having fun. Fine. Yeah, jokes. All right, so the time is ticking away.
She's a bit impatient.
Just a
Just
little
5
bit.
minutes. Karaoke again.
Karaoke?
Yes.
No, with the singing.
No?
With the singing. It's like hugging. I don't do the hugging.
Mm-hmm. Then all I have to say is, baby, bye, bye, bye.
No, NSYNC.
Okay. Okay, what
No
terrifies
more
me is the
yes.
fact that you recognized it. Ooh, would you care to explain?
Yeah, it's called Younger Sister.
Oh, yeah, blame the sisters. Never mind the fact that, you were just over here like,
Younger.
no, I hate this. God.
Younger. It's called Younger Sister and Thin Walls. So I had no choice but to hear In Sync and Backstreet Boys
You
and.
could have played, anything to cover that, but you just enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
You can
Backstreet's back. All right. Yes. What else do we have? I torment my husband with Barbie girl. I'm a Barbie girl. You know what's funny? Is when he actually gets into it. He's like, come on, Barbie, let's go party. I'm like, yeah, I knew it.
Whatever happened.
Whatever happened?
They just decided.
They went underwater, under aqua.
They disappeared.
Underwater.
I think it's probably one of those bands that year that if you go to Europe, they'll be like, yeah, we're one. It's like, wait, these guys are still working? What? Have you ever heard Europe is like a haven for bands that just crash?
I love their accent. I wonder if they think the same about us, or are they just going, oh, I know. I've always wondered that. Do they think that our accent is just as awesome as we think their accent is awesome? Like I talk to Australian people and I'm like, keep talking. Meanwhile, I get told to shut up, so I'm assuming that it's not the same. Did you guys say? All right, so. I'm going to try and look official in my paper and writing stuff down. I'm literally writing stuff down.
You're just writing the word stuff.
STUFF.
No, literally, I'm writing the sentence, writing stuff down.
Writing stuff down. Well, that's better than just going stuff.
Or stuff down. No, that would make people get concerned. Like, what? All right, so we have to start on time. And thank you all for being so patient. And in a moment, I'm going to talk about what it is that we do. And I see that you guys are keeping it pretty reels right now. There's a play on words here, and I'll explain momentarily. We've got more people coming in. This is exciting. The ceiling's pretty. Ooh, pretty. We got them.
It's like an odd pattern. Oh, wow. I didn't notice.
So you need to practice your testifying in front of the congressional committee thing. What you're going to do is go like this. So there you go. They have no idea what I just said. Better.
I learned from it. It's so really tempting not to be Britney Spears right now.
She's in Vegas.
Just remember their kids' presence and don't imitate what Jason used to do.
You just gotta do it like it's so. And yet you can get popular sounding like you are not ready to function for the day. That's what I sound like in the morning. I don't want to get up. I don't want to do this.
I think we're about
Yay! All right.
I think we're about ready to get started.
Cool. All right. So.
Class is about to start. If you don't get here, you're just gonna have to. You're just gonna have to spend.
There will be a quiz after this.
Yep, there you
No.
go. Well, the good news is it's going to be essay. This has to be an entire page front and back.
An essay.
Quadruple space?
Quadruple space.
Okay. No, it has to be single space front and back. Sorry.
What a ball.
No
I was just
cheating.
gonna give multiple choice, but man.
Oh, no.
All right. Anyway, so my name is Iggy Mathews. I am the founder and creator of Be Reelz. And what we are is a geek culture production company. So we will produce anything along the lines of YouTube videos, podcasts, anything. And what we do is we're not limited to a particular genre. We cover everything. So as you can see, I'm wearing Dragon Ball Z, Family Guy, Wonder Woman. I mean, this is just a few things. Nothing is out of the realm of being inconceivable. Okay, we like to push out, and I'm liking my freaking mouth. Yes. So basically, right now what we're trying to do is put a little bit more focus on the Dungeons and Dragons sort of community, because me personally, I think it's a wonderful thing. It's not really put into as much light as it should be. Magic the Gathering is another one that we do, and what I like to do is put it in a pleasant light, because these sort of things do tend to have a bad stereotype. It's just like, oh, you're such a nerd, oh, you're such a geek, but you don't really understand just actually how much work goes into it, how much thought goes into it, how much you actually have to pay attention, that it's not so much a fan like, oh, I like this stuff. You're actually legitimately putting work into it, and we like to bring that out and really have people look at it in a different light, in the way that we look at it, as far as our passion.
Well, don't forget, there's also back in the 80s with Dungeons and Dragons, you have the mothers going, oh my God, my child is getting into Satan.
My mother was one of those.
Well, it's probably the same mom that thinks hookah is a drug, you know? Like, you're doing hookah, oh my God! It's like, is that bad? Am I doing a bad thing? So, our podcasts are not yet available because editing does take a lot of work. It's very tedious. It's not difficult by any means. It's just very tedious. And I wouldn't want for the message to kind of get jarbled up, and I really would like to bring a good production to you guys. But what I like to do with the podcast is basically bring you, the fans, in, because what Let's Be Reelz is about is acknowledging the fact that without the fans, none of these things exist. These movies that you guys like, Star Wars, if not a single person came over to see it, or, swooned about it, you're wearing a Star Wars shirt. That is advertisement right there. For people that are not into Star Wars, somebody can come in and ask you about it, and you talk about it because that's what you're passionate about. But without the fans, none of this would work. We wouldn't have a con. We wouldn't have any of this. And I think that's what the biggest thing that a lot of people forget about it is the fact that the fans is what makes it happen. You guys are the power. You guys are what makes this come to life. And not to mention that you guys all have your own individual talents that, maybe you guys are thinking like, oh God, I'm not going to be that popular. Nobody's going to really care about it, but we do. We care about it. We want to hear from you. We want to interview you. We want to talk to you. Because chances are that when you're listening to something, you're going to be like, oh my God, I wanted to do that too. Like, it's just basically creating a community where we're all interconnected for the same thing. We are fans. And so, I have Patricia and Eduardo right here. They are with Mark Who 42. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of them or not. Should. They're pretty cool. And this is my Disney expert right here. Everything Disney, she's the girl to go to. And then we have comic book and Doctor Who, both of them actually. All of us are very much into Doctor Who, but this is our comic book expert.
Okay, all right, we'll use the word expert.
Well, technically speaking, Iggy, this is actually what happened in this particular issue on this particular page.
I'm not that bad.
Yeah, you could.
Yes, you are.
You weren't incorrect, but it was actually this issue right here. Yeah, I know you.
You also forgot.
And a lot of people nowadays also doing it.
And well, you also forgot I'm also into like Star Wars, Star Trek, G.I. Joe, Transformers. I thought.
Yeah, he has an awesome doll collection.
No, okay, no. Okay, When they are 3 3/4 inch and they have multiple points of articulation, it's no longer a doll, it's an action figure. Somebody back me up here. Back me up here. Thank you. See, there you go.
Can I play with them? Your action figure dolls?
Don't make me drag you to the sales floor and like grab one of the and find
This is
one of
an
the
action
vendors.
figure! This!
It says it on the package. It says it on the package. It holds one
Yeah,
from the package.
itself is a doll.
Yeah, and they also
Whatever makes you feel better.
There's also, they also can't put anything on the internet that isn't true.
No,
That's a fact.
This is actually like a manufactured card back, okay? And I think this is before the internet started.
Did you read that on the internet?
No.
Are you articulated?
Well, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
That's just there you go.
Got a little bit on the wrist here. Full range of motion. I got the kung fu grip. There you go. I still haven't got my no, not that. The kung fu grip. The kung fu grip.
How many people are familiar with Halo? The game? Awesome. Okay, so when I hear the word rocket launcher, what comes to mind is all my lost friendships because of that. Along with the stickies and the stupid sword. Friendships lost. It's just as soon as you die, it's always the same thing. It's just, did you just? I'm done. Rage quit. Yeah, we also have to deal with screen cheaters. It's like, how did you know I was camping here? I wasn't screen cheating. I wasn't screen cheating. I was invisible and ducked down behind a thing. How did you find me? This is something you have to deal with every video game. It's just like, video games, you gotta really have a strong friendship to deal with, especially when you're going against each other. If it's co-op, it's fine. It's fine. You got high five and yeah, we nailed it. We did it. But if you're going against each other, it's just like, for the next 30 minutes, we are not friends. You are going down. So.
Remember that also predates Halo because I'm sure there are many
Oh my God.
There are many games of Monopoly that have shattered.
Hey, there's the first one to go. You're a liar.
It's like you went down Madison Gardens. Oh my God, how many hotels do I got? Okay, so when you do the math, you'll be 12.
Yeah, that's when you pull, like as a wife, you pull the husband card. Honey, listen, I can give you this property. Give me the property. Yeah, no. All right, so, I'm going to go through and ask, what is it that you guys are the most passionate about? I kind of want to get a general idea. Let's...
Like Star Trek, Star Wars, or something in there.
Star Trek. Okay.
And that way,
What are you trekking in the stars?
okay, I'm always trekking.
What stars have you trekked? Then you know nothing. Okay? I have a friend that trekked at least 3 stars. I'm just saying. All right. Whoa now. Okay, we see. So we have X-Men. How many of you are thoroughly disappointed with the recent X-Men movies? Days of Future Past?
Love it.
Love it.
Love it. Love it.
Redemption.
Get out.
Is it an age thing?
One of the things that we are doing is logging these critiques. Okay, and it might be an age thing, okay, but at the same time, I can go back and watch an 80s movie and understand the fact that, special effects weren't what they are now and whatnot, but I can still enjoy the movie The Thing and still find the creepiness behind it and be like, look behind you, oh my God. And just, it's fine, but it's a form of appreciating the angles. Like, for example, I was very weary about J.J. Abrams doing the new Star Wars movie just because of damn lens flare. I'm just like, it's gonna be lens flare everywhere. I'm like, no. You know, so and then I saw the trailer. And I'm like, okay, I counted like 3. That's not bad. That's not
Just the
bad.
trailer.
Okay, we're good. You know, but you know, one of the biggest ongoing arguments is that, you know, it's more based on joke or whatever, but somebody goes, you know, I think Michael Bay's a good director. And we're like, oh, crap, no. What?
Nice!
You know, show me your work. I want to see where you went dumb. Show me your work right now, okay?
Well, no, see, okay.
It's simple.
What?
Shit just blows up, and that's fantastic.
Well, see, I always have a running joke, which is this is Michael Bay in the writers' room doing a movie. It's like, hey, Mike, we just noticed that in scene 3 in the 4th act, it kind of feels like a little lean on the plot. Explosion. No, Mike, we have a plot line. Explosion. No.
Like FBF dog. Boom, headshot everywhere. Yes.
Or it's like, but Mike, we still okay, so we're gonna have an explosion, and then the lead female is gonna be in a bikini top running in slow motion. All right, we're done here.
Oh, no, and he's also known for the spinning camera. Like, so there'd be like, you know, a couple people standing in a circle, and the camera's just going round, and I'm like, what were they saying? I think it had some relevancy with the plot. Wait, it's Michael Bay. There is no plot.
Well, see, Michael Bay had a cameo in the movie Mystery Men as part of a group of criminals based like jocks, and I look at that and I go, he's probably not acting. That is probably not an act at all.
Yeah, so obviously, as you can see, comedy is a big part of Let's Be Reelz.
It's called a survival mechanism.
Mainly me, because I'm a derp. A lot of the times, I'm not trying to be funny. It just works out that way because I speak and then think, and I go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But
You get to the age where you just like, you'll say it, just you're like, let's see what happens. You know?
experimenting.
And I know someone
Yay.
who's got that.
The last time I did that was with a bottle of vodka. It did not turn out well.
Or, you know, you could always become like elderly and Hispanic, where essentially you're not saying, oh, let's see what happens. You're like, you know what? I'm old enough now, and I'm just gonna say whatever I want. What are you gonna do about it? And then
Push it into overdrive.
and then somebody looks at you and go, oh, you can't get a ball.
Yes. Yeah, you get the Spanish stuff, you know, like honestly, this is a community, okay? This is supposed to be a place that you can go to, and, you know, one of the things that I do run interference on is trolling. I don't care for it. One thing is stating your opinion, and I told you I have that every time.
We need to fix this. Hold on.
If it works, then Does that really just work? No, it didn't.
Because I'm the doctor and I fix microphones.
Drop the mic. Okay, there you go. We just need to have you just stand up and say that again. Just.
I don't know if I have to replace the mic. I don't
know. You can also come in with an electric guitar. Apparently, that's in right now.
Because Billy sold his.
Yeah, actually, that's something that. How many Doctor Who fans do we have in here? A lot. Okay, how many of you are pissed with this wearable technology crap? Okay, so you guys are like, okay, I can, you know, but there's some of us that are just like me, for example. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
See, what? Why? You know, and it's like, where's the tradition? Like, it's supposed to be tradition. Like, what are we gonna do? Turn the TARDIS into?
Disco!
And I'm like,
Well,
no, I'm done.
there is a disco version of the Doctor Who theme. It exists.
We can't go back to wearing celery.
Well, you know, luckily Moffat has said that it's just a temporary thing. They're just having fun.
Have fun with other things. Torchwood. Yes. Okay, go with your wearable technology, because Captain Jack Harkness is not going to have an issue with that. He's just fabulous, you know? Okay. But, you know, it's just like, I've
ladies are picturing Captain Jack in a burlap sack. We've lost them here. And a smile. See, Lynn's already 2 steps ahead. She's I'm sorry, Mike, you lost your wife. I'm sorry. She now has her eyes closed and she's like, yeah, I can. Yeah. You got potatoes in there?
Oh my God! Yes. So these are the kind of discussions that you don't have to necessarily be part of anything to be on our podcast. All you have to do is just send us a little message and say, "Listen, I got a bone to pick with Stephen Moffat. I would like to talk about this." And be like, "All right, right on. We'll bring you in." Okay, because it's all about the fans. You don't have to be doing something in order to be like on our podcast, on our YouTube videos, nothing like that. It's basically getting the different perspectives and. For example, just now, going, oh, how many of you watch Dr. Who? How many of you are upset? And there's some people that are like, we're going to write this out and see where it goes. And there's some people that are like, nope, don't like it. And these are good topic conversations. So another one that I kind of wanted to bring up is that, there was a big hoopla about the Jurassic Park movie. Just like, really, we're training raptors now? Me personally, I didn't have a problem with that because I was jealous. I'm like, do you know how many times I have fantasized about training a raptor? Like, stick him, get him, come back here, good boy. Yes. Oh, I spit the human out. Spit the human out, thank you, not there. And, so I was watching this and I'm like, okay, but that's what movies are designed to do. They're designed to entertain. And there's a lot of people that, I can appreciate, let's be a little bit more realistic about this. That's not correct, but at the same time, it's entertainment. Kind of like the Fast and the Furious movies. Those are what we call popcorn movies. You just watch them and you're oh, okay, she's hot. The car flipped. And it's not damaged at all. Okay. You literally just, spinned into a barricade like 36 times. No damage. What kind of car is that? But
Well, no, see, if Vin Diesel's driving it, Vin Diesel has like a force field of awesomeness and extended around.
Oh, like Superman in his uniform.
That would no, but I tend to be one of those people that I'm just like, that wouldn't happen. Oh, the helicopter inverted. What kind of helicopter is that? Because I personally, so that's what I get glared by my friends, and I'm like, all right, shut up. Sorry, I'm just saying, that's my point, but it's,
it's like for me, geographical errors drive me crazy in movies.
well, maybe
The example of the last Godzilla movie. That drove me crazy in the theater because if you're going to evacuate the city of San Francisco to the Oakland Coliseum, why would you be evacuating across the Golden Gate Bridge? And why would you close it down to one lane?
actually, no, that's California. That's California right there.
I know, it's just California.
It's 8 lanes across that bridge. It's 6 or 8, I don't remember. But they could have it down to 1 lane going north to get to the Oakland Coliseum. Meanwhile, the monster is coming through Livermore towards the city. It's going to go right through the Oakland Coliseum. Yeah, that's a good place to go.
To be fair, that is California logic, though. That much was accurate.
Not to mention, Trish, this was an evacuation supervised by the Army, so there's also the military intelligence part.
Okay, speaking of that, that's another one that gets me. Because me being, I served 4 years in the Navy, and one of the biggest things is like I'm watching a movie and it's like, I am a Navy commander. And I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Like, are you wearing ribbons and medals? Like, do you even Navy? Because I'm just like, no, you're not. What is that? It's like Navy wears berets now? What? So they're like, it's a movie, let it go. I'm like, I can't! Like, their uniform should not be cooler. Be accurate, okay? You need to wear the same crap, same uncomfortable crap that we do, okay? But one of them, the only one that was like actual, like, as far as uniform and, actually that's it, was battleship. That one was accurate. That one was accurate. That was it. It was just like, the uniforms were on point, but then at the same time, I'm like, battleship, yeah, my bad. Battleship, yeah, that was it, you know, but I'm like, the one thing they did is they represented the Sea Whiz, which is, yeah, no, it's not CGI is, it has ruined our movies, honestly. I feel that it has. I'm like, wait, we could be doing a lot better, but hey, I'm not a director.
Well, like in Mad Max?
So why don't you
Well,
just...
yeah, at least we are going
At least
back to
it's not Max,
Star Wars.
exactly.
Going back to Star Wars. J.J. Abrams is using practical effects. Almost all of it.
Yeah, and you know what? It's like, the thing is,
It's a
like,
real thing.
yay!
Exactly. We do know people who are still on the fence about Star Wars, and you know, who sit there and they go back to 1999 and are like, I don't know, the prequels. You know, I had a bad experience with the prequels. And I don't know, I just like what J.J. Abrams did with Star Trek. It's like,
We actually have a friend who said he's looking forward to Zoolander 2 more than he is to Star Wars. Blasphemy.
But you know, but as far as you know, but see, my argument for anybody who you know still on the fence in the J.J. Abrams movie, 3 words. You probably figured out, and you're welcome to say it with me. Joey, we're home. Boom, thank you. Another drop the mic moment.
Yeah, there you go. You said 3 words, and I just thought, don't do it. I'm not going to relax.
Did it
I'm not
anyway.
going to do it. No, that's another one that kind of gave me, like, I went on the biggest eye roller coaster when I heard Zoolander 2 was coming out. Like, I rolled, so I think I got vertigo from it. I'm just like, oh my God, are you serious? You know, and it's just like, yeah, the movie's funny, it's all right, but I'm just like, we could be doing so much better.
Well, you know,
We
it's
could do so much more.
Well, see, this is the thing. It's like, okay, so yeah, Zoolander was funny. You know, it had some wonderful moments. I could never hear the words "blue steel" the same way ever again. But see, this is the thing. So what narrative holes were left in that movie? What story needs to be told that you need a sequel? I mean, really?
Well, stupidity never ends, so there's your proof right there. It's just like, we gotta do it, but wait, there's more. Damn it! No! So, one that I wanted to bring up was, there was a lot of different opinions regarding Ben Affleck being Batman. Okay? And for the longest time, I'm over here going, oh my God, are you serious, Ben Affleck? Like, what it was, like...
He was the ball in Phantoms, yo.
But at the same time, you know, I started thinking, you know, and when I saw the trailer, I wasn't hating on him nearly as bad. I'm going, okay, I want to watch the film now. Let's see what you do. Okay, but one of the things that upset me about the trailer was you got to see Wonder Woman in there for like this much. And from what I saw there, I was actually pretty impressed with the way that they depict her. You know, I was really expecting for her to be extremely over-sexualized, not very smart. Just kind of like what the ladies of Marvel and DC have been going through. They don't have that much character on screen. So, I am excited to see it. The one that I'm just kind of like, what the heck, is freaking Suicide Squad. It looks like Hot Topic generated a nonprofit to produce their own film. Okay? That's what that looks like to me. And I'm just going, okay, cool. So you joined forces with Spencer, and, you know, here's Hot Topic going, look at our badass movie. And I'm like, okay, for Hot Topic, yeah, that's pretty OP. Okay? But at the same time, it's Suicide Squad, and like, I just couldn't get through, like, I thought the music was terrible for the trailer. You know, that opera, really high-pitched. Yes, it was!
Well, no,
Yes.
no, for me, it's like I look at the character designs, and like, for example, you have Harley Quinn, then you have the character of Enchantress, and she's like with the pale skin, you know, and looking like she just took a bath in sewage. And when you have a character named Enchantress, you know, you kind of want her to have a certain level of attractiveness because looking
glitter on
looking like crud is not going to attract somebody, or it'll attract the wrong type, the person you don't want. So having her just look totally disheveled, it's like, okay, yeah.
You gotta wonder what kind of people would that attract if you're covered in dookie and somebody actually.
Yeah.
I see you're covered in dookie.
Yeah. Now, well, here's a question. But here's a question for me. Anybody here watch Arrow? Yeah. There you go. See, okay, if you want to see Suicide Squad done right, you watch Arrow. That's Suicide Squad for me. And hey, they even pulled in a little voice cameo from Harley, so.
Well, I enjoyed the Harley Quinn depiction. I did. I enjoyed it. I was like, all right, that's not bad. I was totally expecting like skimpy, just so much stuff everywhere. But no, I was actually fairly impressed. Like, all right, and then to be honest, this is what I was talking with a lot of my friends. I'm going, the only thing that I found good and impressive was Harley Quinn's representation, because the rest of them, I'm just going like, this just looks like some emo, dark, like sad, I only bleed because my enemies cry. Some nonsense like that. And it's just like, what is, I was expecting more action and more, like they are badass. You read the comics, you see them, it's.
Well, see, this is my problem actually with Batman v Superman. I have no problem with Batfleck. I'm actually curious to see what he brings in. My thing is that, and this applies also to Suicide Squad. Are DC and Warner Brothers trying to create the most depressing superhero universe ever?
Yeah.
It's like,
yes.
Wow. If I was any better with memes, I always had this idea that you have, the Henry Cavill Man of Steel Superman, and then somebody going, Superman, eat a Snickers. Why? Because you're not you when you're hungry. He eats the Snickers, and that's like, better? And then Christopher Reeves.
Yes. Well,
There's such a difference between watching a Marvel movie and a DC movie.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Heck
It's
yeah.
like Marvel, you enjoy the crap out of it, and at the end of it, you're just like, I'm going to go conquer the universe myself.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Where's my
There's
comic
a
piece?
raccoon in a giant tree.
Exactly. Yeah. What was last year in the summer, the most popular movie had a gun-toting talking raccoon and a tree that only says 3 words, and everybody
Four.
loved it.
4 words.
4 words.
We are great.
We are Groot.
We are Groot. I am Groot. There's a comic where he even does it in French. Just speak Groot.
That'd probably be fun. Then you go to a DC movie and you're just wondering why they're not handing out razor blades on the way out of the door.
We'll see that first Batman v Superman trailer. I watched it, then I watched it on mute, and I was singing to myself, "Darkness, no parents, super rich, gotta make it better."
I think that's actually going to be in the soundtrack for Suicide Squad. Darkness.
And Marvel is everything is awesome.
That's Marvel. Yeah, that's Marvel. I mean, heck, they even.
What you actually got to ask is, what is actually DC trying to do? Marvel went out to make a cinematic universe for the people that do not read their big books. Yes, a lot of that is a cash cow. We all know that. But everything inside of our culture is.
Well, Marvel still has fan stuff thrown in their movies, though.
Yeah.
The coolest looking thing inside of the Batman v Superman movie is Aquaman. And let's face it, he dodged a fish. That's not a superpower.
No.
Well. First of all,
He's the king of Atlanta.
I'm holding back the professor because he doesn't just talk to fish. But
Yeah.
even then, the thought of Aquaman is cool. But even then, why did they cast Jason Momoa? Because somebody at Warner Bros. Is watching Game of Thrones and says, we need to have Khal Drogo Aquaman. That would be so awesome. I will say it right here. This is being filmed, so we have a timestamp on this. Watch. When Batman v Superman comes out and we have Aquaman, it's basically going to be underwater Khal Drogo. That's what it's going to be. Jason Momoa is not going to be required to stretch his acting muscles. They basically just told him, Jason, we want you to be underwater called Drogo.
And that's what's actually going to make that one scene good.
It's something they didn't write.
Well, in my personal opinion, I think that, the reason that Marvel is doing so much better is because they're actually putting their fandom first. Their own, no, this has to be like this. Like, imagine if you could produce a movie and they're going, all right, well, how do you want Superman to look? And you're going to be like, sit. I've actually drawn it out for you, okay? Do you see the color scheme right here? It needs to be just like this. Because the thing is like, if you put the fandom first and then money, you come up with a good movie.
Well,
But when you put money first and then, okay, yeah, well, let's kind of put that in there as well. Like, Fan 4 stick. I'm sorry, anytime they put a number in there, I was watching a couple of YouTube videos, and that seems to be a going thread. It's Fan 4 stick. It's awful. And then the thing is, like, there has already been a good Fantastic Four movie done. Accurate. Already, and it's called The Incredibles. Unfortunately, it was animated, okay, but there's already a good Fantastic Four movie out there that has not been able to be topped off. The Incredibles got it. But, I think that ultimately DC is focused on, God, we need to make profit. We can't lose our, our rights to this, and we have to do this. We got to push out the movie and whatnot. And then they're not thinking about the fact that you are ruining these comics, you're ruining these stories, and you're making us more angry because now we're going, you had the potential, you were going somewhere, and then what happened?
Okay, funny you should mention that, because I think what I see is two problems with what DC and Warner Brothers are doing now. Number one, they're trying to play catch up, because they've noticed that Marvel and Disney created a universe that interconnects, and they're like, oh man, we gotta get a piece of that. Oh man, okay, quick, let's put all these movies together. Quick, really good. The other thing is, and I call this filmmaking by way of apology. So like, for example, in the 90s, you had the last two of the Batman movies done by Joel Schumacher. You had the Bat Nipples, you had the neon colors. So when the Chris Nolan movies come out, and mind you, I love the Chris Nolan movies. When they came out, it was Warner Bros. And DC saying, no, it's okay, look, no nipples. It's okay, they're not there. No Bat Nipples, it's okay. Look, it's more serious. See, look, it's more realistic. See, look, no neon colors, it's okay. Schumacher's gone, it's all right. So that's and you had Superman Returns come out, and people complained about that because there really wasn't a villain, because it felt like Bryan Singer was going too much to the Christopher Reeve era. And so what do? They come out with Man of Steel, and it's like, no, see, look, he found the Kryptonians, see, look, oh, it's not, look, the underwear is gone, it's fine. So that's their approach to, that seems to be their filmmaking approach. It's like, no, you didn't like this.
I think they're spinning a wheel, honestly. I think it's just like, what's Batman gonna wear now?
Yeah.
Underwear. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, it's like, and it's like, the thing is that and this is the approach that happened with Fantastic Four stick, is you gotta be careful when adapting something that your attitude is not, I'm putting lipstick on a pig.
Oh.
So, and I think this is why you had the revision of the Superman outfit, because somebody thought, oh my god, it's just so lame that you have the red underwear there. No, we gotta get rid of it and make the costume look cooler.
Oh, well, it's the same thing like, when we first saw Deadpool in the movie, okay, that horrible rendition that they did, it goes to show the type of people that are working in the production, okay, because I'm over here thinking to myself, like, why do you have somebody like that to begin with? Because it was one of the producers that goes, I don't like how this character talks. Is there a way that you could stop that? And they literally sewed his mouth shut. And, when I found that out, I'm like, are you serious?
So
I'm like, and you let him do that? Nobody said, that's not, no, because this character's supposed to, no? Okay.
So it's like, what? Yeah, it's like, why have the character if you don't want him to talk?
Well, he doesn't.
You do. It's like they wanted to do it via the name. They wanted to have the name, because if they said Wade Wilson Deadpool, they figured that everybody who's a Deadpool fan would be like, oh yes, Deadpool in a movie, and then they'd just be like, okay, well, I don't like the fact that he talks to sew his mouth shut, not knowing that comic book fans we're not sheep. Okay, we're not just going to say, "Oh my God, it's Deadpool." You know, we are the fan base that will go, "Dude, he's called the Merc with a mouth. What is your problem?"
Yeah, it was absolutely just like Ryan Reynolds. I personally think he's a great actor. He's very charismatic. He really gets into his role. But I think we put a lot of flack into the actors themselves, where it's like they're doing their job. You're being told what to do, and you do the best that you can. But ultimately, when it comes to the production, like Ryan Reynolds has talked so many times about the Green Lantern, he has apologized sincerely, going, "I'm so sorry. If I could have done something different, I would have." But he did a good job with what he had. Personally, I didn't have any issues with his acting skills in that movie. I had a problem with everything else surrounding him. Just like okay, and it's great because that sort of movie is great if your target demographic is 8 and under. That movie will explode, mind blowing. But when you're going for actual fans that we've read the comic books, we got so many people. I was like, oh yeah, like my husband for example, he's like, Green Lantern's my favorite. He was so excited to go see it, and then after the movie was done, he just sat there like,
Oh.
and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. I thought this was going to be a good date night. I'm so sorry.
Iggy, okay, if you want your husband to finish his recovery from the Green Lantern movie, go on Amazon.
No.
And listen to me for a moment. Okay, you go on Amazon, go look for an animated movie called Green Lantern First Flight.
Owns it.
Okay. So, yeah. See, because that is a Green Lantern movie. That's the Green Lantern movie that we should have had.
I'm forced to watch it at least twice a month. So, but speaking on the topic of Deadpool, how many of you guys are actually excited for that movie? Yeah, right? Okay. Because I think that Ryan Reynolds is just an amazing actor to be playing Deadpool.
He is.
From looking at the trailers, he really embodies it. One of the most significant things about Deadpool is that he always likes to break the fourth wall. And, it seems from the depictions that, I was just smiling so big just because, he's doing the movie and then he talks to me. And then he does the movie and then he talks to me. And I'm like, yeah, I support you. Yeah, and I love just the humor in it, and I was a little bit worried because originally they were going, the movie's probably going to be PG-13. What? And then last minute they go, it's rated R. I'm like, yes, it's going to be a good movie, I'm like, but...
Which of course means, little kitty, sorry, you can't see it unless it comes out on DVD and mommy's asleep. Sorry.
All of a sudden, it's going to be like, Mom, I just learned a 4-letter word. It starts with an F. What?
Yeah, Mommy, the superhero in red with the guns taught me that. It's like, you're going to have to talk to your father about me tonight.
Yeah,
It was a perfectly acceptable movie with the chipmunks, dear. Why did you have to take them to see the Deadpool?
Well, as always, it's always a pleasure to have such a huge turnout. I honestly, I'm pleasantly surprised. I just show up in here and I'm like, who are you people? What do you know?
This is your army now. These are your followers.
Yeah,
well. Your followers. This is your army. If I could borrow a page from Tom Hardy,
This is your legions in the shadows. We will rise up at the appropriate time.
Well,
We will make them experience the fire.
all right, so we do have a Facebook page. We have a website. And soon we're going to have podcasts. All right. If you guys have any sort of interest in becoming part of the podcast or even part of the Let's Be Reelz team, do not hesitate to contact. Okay. So right now, I am going to offer up a deal. I was contemplating this for a while, but seeing that I am former military, and I do have one of the people that could not be here. His name is Danny Haynes. He goes under the hashtag #NotDanny. Where that comes from is that we were, military, we kind of like punk on each other a lot. And one of our friends was saying something about we should use the hashtag as, you know, a form of saying who's not invited. I'm going to roller derby, hashtag not Timmy. Okay, so we all started punking on Danny, and any time that we did anything, we're like, hashtag not Danny. And he's like, what the hell, guys, you know, and so that just became his name. It's hashtag not Danny. So when he introduces himself, he goes, hi, I'm not Danny. And so he couldn't be here with us, but he actually served a tour in Afghanistan. And one of the things that, you know, it's a reality of this world is that, you know, we have a lot of wounded soldiers out there. And one thing that I'm willing to do for you guys today is for every like that I get on my Facebook site today, I will donate $1 to the Wounded Warrior program. And we also have buttons that you guys get to have for free.
Con swag! Con swag! Con swag!
Yes, you guys get a Let's Be Reelz button today for showing up and giving us our support. So thank you so much for everything, and I really do appreciate the support. Again, do not hesitate to hit us up. And before I release you guys,
Oh, the ransom payment?
oh yeah, okay. Before I gotta do one thing though. I gotta get these people. You just like at the count of 3, just shout "Keep it Reelz." Okay, because you guys are gonna be on the Facebook site. Okay. So ready? 1, 2, 3.
Keep it real!
Woo! All right, y'all are gonna be on Facebook and famous and popular and that and stuff.
You're gonna be famous and popular, and all the people who made fun of in high school will be like, oh my god, I want it.
In your face!
In your face! In your face! Yeah, you Kevin from the football team, you're not here.
Well, we're going to be doing a Doctor Who panel. What time? 6.
6.
And next door, C2.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested, you get to see us again. And I will actually be behaving myself without finding stuff in my bag. It's my stuff. Do what I want.
And warning, there will be talks of Clara in there. Because it's women of Doctor Who, and Clara is a woman of Doctor Who. So we got to be fair.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Get out.
Go into the world and spread the gospel.
Do we get razor blades now?
Skip the button.